Hello everyone, welcome to 2D Reviewers. My name is Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
And today is release day.
Yay!
And we're going to do an unboxing of the Deadpool Hero Pack.
Alright, here we go. Let's bring on some chimichangas.
And this is a little bigger pack, so a little pricier. This is like the size of like one of the scenario kits, like Green Goblin.
For comparison.
Yeah. So this is like, normally we get a 60 card deck, like in X23 here. This is a 78 card deck, so. All right, let's see what we get.
We get a new aspect, but I've only seen a couple of the cards out of it, so I don't really know what all's coming with it.
Yeah, they had a preview article a few months ago for the new aspect. All right. Let's open this guy up, or at least attempt to open this guy up. There's the thick deck. And if you're new to these hero packs, there is a poster and rule sheet. Oh, wow, we got two of them. Oh, that's new. Normally you get one.
See, surprises already.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
And we'll just set this off to the side for a minute. We'll get to the jokes that are on there. All right, well, let's start with the poster. And it's not of his hero card, which is interesting. So...
Oh, it's the front of the box.
Yeah, it's the front of the box. Yeah, so there's a taco and a chimichanga on the other side. Oh,
spot the difference.
Hey, there's a video. There's a game.
It's a game within a game.
Spot the differences. How many differences can you find?
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't get.
Well, it looks like. Well, there's a taco. He has two tacos there instead of the chimichanga.
Yeah, no chimichanga. So he already ate the chimichanga.
We could probably spend a whole video on trying to spot the differences, but we'll save that for later. And then the rules insert.
Does it have a poster on the backside too?
No, but there's like so many rules.
It's redacted? No, it's not redacted.
No, he's like edited it.
He's redacted and then written over the redaction.
So Deadpool presents Marvel Champions, a Deadpool Inc. production.
So Deadpool is a rock star who solves more problems than anyone. He's incredibly funny with his witty banter and clever repartee. He's deadly with the gun and swords and an expert in martial arts. He's aware that he's a comic book character, which makes him the smartest ever. Okay, I love it. He can also regenerate injuries like a boss, making him impossible to keep down.
All right.
So, I wonder if the other side actually has like the actual text.
We'll get to it. So there's a keyword piercing, team up, frequently asked questions. Okay, so.
And my deck is so ridiculous you'll be mopping the floor even with the most accusatory of villains in no time. Just like a certain brand of watch, I can take a licking and keep on ticking. So don't hesitate to whack me like a piñata. Put in maximum effort to trade HP for damage and distract the baddies with the carefree yoo-hoo. You get threat removal. You get threat removal in turn for a punch to the face. When my health gets low, use this card for hire for a huge hit. Then visit the chimichanga truck for some celebratory grub. Break the fourth wall to grab whatever event you need for the current situation, then jump right back into the fray. My pool aspect is packed with my Deadpool core buddy, who might cause trouble with their nasty icons, but take no consequential damage. When the encounter icons start stacking up, reassure everyone, I got this. But if things get out of control, don't hesitate to throw your allies under the bus. Yeah, I never do that. You know what they signed up for. They know what they signed up for. Heal up unsightly wounds with healing factor, and stay healthy to keep up your self-confidence, self-control, and self-preservation. When the villain thinks they've got you right where they want you, hit them with the bomb to show them who's the boss. It says, flip this sheet over to learn more about the pool aspect.
All right. Okay. We got Deadpool's lackeys for the credits for FFGs. Then the pool aspect. We got some more comments here. Let's see if we can get this. Try to get past that shadow spot. The pool aspect. Deadpool is such an awesome part of the Marvel Universe that he literally demands an aspect, inspired by his greatness. Thus, the pool aspect was born. The pool aspect is an aspect just like aggression, justice, leadership, and protection that can be used when customizing any hero's deck. The pool aspect represents the countless variations of Deadpools across the multiverse. Deadpool takes so many different forms that there exists a universe out there in which Deadpool is crossed with any hero you can imagine. So the pool aspect can be used by any hero in Marvel Champions.
Okay, so using the pool aspect. The pool aspect counts as an aspect for all gameplay purposes. You can customize any hero's deck using the pool aspect as your chosen aspect following the deck customization rules found in Appendix 1 of the rules reference. Okay, and then that means you can split it with Spider-Woman or Adam Warlock then. Okay, bringing Deadpool across the multiverse into battle is a killer proposition. When setting up a game with which at least one player is using the pool aspect, shuffle one copy of the Crisis of Infinite Deadpools, which I'm assuming we'll see here in a minute, treachery card into the encounter deck. See the rest of Deadpool modular encounter set, or set the rest of it aside. This encounter set is shuffled in the encounter deck when the Crisis of Infinite Deadpools is revealed.
All right. Looks like we've got edited cards. Deadpool has some cards from Marvel Champions core set with tape and marker to make them worthy of him, and has incorporated them into the pool aspect. These cards should be played using their improved text, including Deadpool's edits. Fine, you can use Deadpool edits, but you must abide by the text in the editor boxes like this one.
Deal.
And then it goes into player side schemes, per player cost. This is all stuff that we've seen before. Amplify icons, new keywords, which is alliance, range, victory X, and then frequently asked questions. So, even with the instruction sheet, we've already got the comedy of Deadpool coming.
Yeah, I love it.
Now we'll switch to the blow-up camera, and we'll look at his cards.
Well, hello, handsome. We start out with Wade Wilson. He has got a recovery of 8. Oh, wow. He's got 9 hit points. He recovers 8 of them. Okay. He is a mercenary mutant, so he can break the fourth wall. As an action, discard a card from your hand, search your deck for a Deadpool event, and add it to your hand. Once per round. Sometimes I'm a mutant, sometimes I'm not. Depends on who you ask. Hand size of 6 and 9 hit points. Wow, 8 for 9.
All right. Then we got Deadpool. Oh my God, look at these stats. That's more like it. He has a 200 thwart, 200 attack, and 100 defense.
Yeah.
That's reading. Amazing. Because you could take out Ronan with this guy.
Keep reading.
What?
Keep reading.
Ignore these zeros. Ah.
Yep.
All right. Well, so he's Deadpool Core, X-Force, the Regeneration Degenerate, Force Interrupt. When you would be defeated, instead set your hit point dial to 1, change to your alter ego form, and add 1 acceleration token to the main scheme. And his hand size now is 5, and of course still has 9 hit points.
So he takes a lick and he keeps on ticking, but that ticking gets louder and louder every time.
Yeah, eventually those acceleration tokens will come to bite you.
Yep. All right, so let's see. We've got his his ally here is Cable, 3-cost ally, thwarts for 1, attacks for 2. He's got the Psionic and X-Force keywords. And he gets +1 thwart and +1 attack for each acceleration token on the main scheme to a maximum of 3 and 3. Oh, wait, you are my best bud. Yeah, sure, that's what he says.
And he has 3 hit points.
3 hit points, yeah.
Okay. We have a 0-cost event, 1 copy in the deck. Exhausting personality. Hero action, choose. Place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme, which will make Cable stronger, and to stun and confuse a villain. So it's the pheromones at a cost. The other one is exhaust a player's identity. That player draws 1 card for each acceleration token on the main scheme, and there is no limit. That could be pretty huge towards the end of the game.
Yeah, but if you got that many on, you better be winning the game pretty quick. All right, so we've got here 2 copies of this card. It's maximum effort. It is a 0-cost attack event. As a hero action, you can take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points. And remember, when he uses his last one, he bounces back to 1. And then you get to deal any amount of, or deal an equal amount of damage to the enemy. This is going to hurt me as much as it hurts you.
Meta knowledge. 1 event. When an encounter card is revealed, cancel all of its effects and discard it. Take 1 damage for each icon, star, and boost in that card's boost area. It says here, I defeat you with a wedgie, Deadpool.
Okay. Now we've got the Yoo-Hoo. It is a 1-cost thwart event. As an action, you can take any amount of damage up to your remaining hit points. Here we go with that again. Remove an equal amount of threat from a scheme. So, yeah, I like to see the fact that they're giving aggression more ways to remove thwart here. It says, you boys mind me dropping in? No, I don't mind it at all. Not if you're doing that.
All right, and it wouldn't be Deadpool without a montage. So that's his resource card. This card generates 1 additional wild resource for each acceleration token on the main scheme to a maximum of 3 additional resources.
Wow.
So this could generate 4 wilds.
Wow.
You could play Nick Fury with just this card.
All right, so now we've got the Chimichanga Truck. It is a 2-cost support location. Response, after an identity makes a basic recovery, exhaust its truck and ready that identity. Oh, that is nice. So did someone say chimichanga? Never mind. That was just the sound of my skull and brains healing.
Okay. Then we have a 2-cost upgrade, Armed to the Teeth. Response, after you play Armed to the Teeth, search your collection for 1 weapon upgrade from any aspect and attach it face down here. Action, exhaust Armed to the Teeth. Swap the card attached here with a weapon upgrade you control. That's actually pretty nice, depending on the situation. Like Dirk and I, sometimes when we build decks, we don't know who the villain is. So being able to react to the villain, like being able to pull out a sonic rifle or a hand cannon or something, maybe that could be useful.
Yeah, and I love the fact that it doesn't limit what weapon you can do. So I mean, you can pull anything out. All right, and then we have here 2 copies of Deadpool's Katana. 2-cost upgrade weapon. They are restricted, and as an attack, as a hero action, you can attack, exhaust his katana, and take 1 damage. Deal 2 damage to an enemy, and it gains piercing. Okay.
All right. Then we have 1 copy of a 1-cost upgrade. It ain't over. It's a condition. Attach the main scheme. Increase the target threat value of the attached scheme by 2 for each acceleration token on it. I've got you right where I want you. So that's actually kind of nice because you can mitigate the extra acceleration tokens that you're putting on.
Okay, so he's got his own built-in van.
Yeah.
Basically. All right, so next we've got This Card is on Fire. Okay, so it is a 3-cost event. It's an attack event. As a force response, after your turn ends, if this card's in your hand, you take a damage. So this is one you don't want to hold on to. You want to play this thing. I mean, I guess you could discard it, but what's the point in that? Where's the fun in that? Play it, play it, play it. Hero action. As an attack, deal X damage to an enemy. X is the amount of damage you have sustained. So you want to take damage so you can deal damage.
So you would want to hold on to it maybe for a couple turns. Depends on the situation.
No, it's how many she... Oh, yeah, I guess it is total. So, okay. Yeah, you could.
All right. And as the alluded in the article, and the sheet, we have the pool aspect, which are pink cards here. We have Dogpool, who's a 3-cost ally. 0 thwart, 1 attack, no consequential. He's part of the Deadpool core, 4 hit points. Retaliate 1 toughness. When defeated, deal 1 damage to an enemy. And there's an acceleration icon on him. So while he's out, it's +1 threat, but, you've got an ally who can stay out forever.
And Lockjaw's got a new buddy now. Okay, then we have Deadpool, which is a 3-cost ally. He's got 2 thwart and 1 attack, again with no consequential. Deadpool Core Zombie. So we have a zombie on our side. He's got 1 health. As a response, after Deadpool attacks and takes damage, and damages a minion, that minion attacks another enemy of your choice. All right, we get to play around with the minions now, or enemies. And it has a, oh shoot, what is that one called?
Amplify.
Amplify token. Yeah,
so, it has
permanent amplify when he's out.
Icon on there. Okay, we have Kidpool. 3-cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack with a star, 2 hit points, part of the Deadpool core. Kidpool's attacks gain piercing, so that's nice. And another acceleration token. Congratulations on having me in your deck.
I like it. Okay, and then we have Lady Deadpool, who is sitting here taunting me with the Amplify token because I forgot what it was called. So she is a 4-cost ally, thwarts for 2, attacks for 2, no consequential. She's part of the Deadpool core as well. When defeated, defeat a non-elite enemy. So she, like I said, she's got that Amplify on there. She has 3 health.
All right. Then we have 3 copies of a 0-cost event. Barely a scratch. Defense card, Hero Interrupt Defense. When you would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent 1 of that damage for each of the icons in play. So Crisis, Acceleration, Amplify, and Hazard. So for each one of those in play, you can prevent 1 damage.
Okay, and then we have the Cut Upper, which is Deadpool's version of the Uppercut. It's a 3-cost attack event. As an attack, you deal 5 damage to an enemy and stun that enemy. So, of course, he had to add his twist to it, and instead of smacking you, it squeaks you. You get max 1 per deck.
All right. And this is the card that the poster is based on. Da Bomb. Cost 6. Max 1 per deck. Hero action. Deal 10 damage to the villain. Deal 1 damage to each enemy and hero for each icon in play.
Okay, and now here we're paying a little bit of homage to one of my favorite early leadership cards, and get ready. This is Deadpool's version is Get Ragey. It's a 0-cost event. As an action, ready an ally. That ally gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. You call that a pull-up! Max 1 per deck with this one as well.
All right. Then we've got 3 copies of I Got This. Cost 1. Hero action. If the following icons are on 1 or more cards in play, Crisis, deal 3 damage to an enemy. Acceleration, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Amplify, ready an ally you control. And Hazard, draw a card.
Okay, then we have Not My Responsibility. So it's his version of the Great Responsibility card, a 0-cost event. He's changed it. It is now an interrupt. And you notice they did not say anything about that. So it gets to stay interrupt, either side. When any amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you or one of your allies take it as damage instead. But they did limit us to once per deck. So 1 per deck.
All right. Then we've got 1 copy of a 6-cost event, Pool Inspection, max 1 per deck. It's a thwart event. Hero action, thwart. Remove 5 threat from the main scheme, ignoring the Crisis icon. Remove 1 threat from each scheme for each of the icons in play. This pool is a disaster.
All right. And speaking of one of each icon in play, Live Dangerously. Yes, you are definitely living dangerously with this card. It is a 0-cost player's side scheme. So it's a victory 0. Once you get it out, it's gone. But each identity gets +2 hand size while it's out. So, I mean, it's dangerous, but it's got some benefits to it. But, see, nothing can cause me pain, not even an oncoming trick. Okay.
3 threat per player.
3 threat per player, yeah.
All right. Then we got a resource card. One of, looks like mini resource cards. Self-confidence, max 1 per deck. Double the number of resources this card generates if your identity has sustained less than 5 damage. Triple the resources instead if you have sustained no damage. And it produces a strength or 2 or 3.
Okay, it looks like here is the mental version of that, self-control. Again, basically same thing. You double it if the identity is sustained less than 5, and triple it if you haven't taken any.
All right, and then we've got the energy version. Self-preservation, same thing. Double the number if you have 5 or less damage. Triple if you've taken no damage.
All right, we have a 2-cost upgrade here. Get Good. Reduce the cost to play Get Good by 2 if you did not win your previous game of Marvel Champions. So they're definitely going meta here. Let's see, but do you really want to admit that you didn't win? Is it worth it to you? Probably is. When a player would be defeated, they set their hit points to 1 and change to alter ego. Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Change to alter ego form instead. Remove this card from the game.
Well, it's not like we record our games. Oh, wait. I guess we're doing it.
You've got no proof. Never mind.
All right. Next, we have 3 copies of a 3-cost upgrade. Healing Factor. Max 1 per player. It's a superpower. Response. After the player phase begins, exhaust Healing Factor. Heal 2 damage from your identity. Now I'm the best at whatever it is Wolverine does.
All right, here we go. Let's see. 2-cost upgrade. Stick-to-itiveness. It looks like it is his version of tenacity here. So it's a hero action. Spend a strength resource and exhaust his card. Ooh, you exhaust it instead of discarding it. Ready your hero. Acquiesce. I don't know the meaning of the word. Max 1 per deck.
All right, and then we have Deadpool's copy of the Team Up with Cable.
Frenemies.
Thwart. Team Up Cable and Deadpool. Max 1 per deck. Hero action. Thwart. Deal 1 damage to each Cable and Deadpool. Remove 3 threat from a scheme and 3 threat from a different scheme.
All right. Let's see, now we've got his obligation, the Merc with the Mouth. I'm not sure if he would consider that like a bad thing. Give it to the Wade Wilson player. Exhaust each ally you control. Allies you control cannot ready. Other players cannot resolve player card abilities during your turn. Ooh, nasty. After the player phase ends, if you have not talked this phase, discard this card. Wait, that sounds like that's targeting me. Was it something I said?
And Bob,
who was not. I've been waiting for Bob.
He was not in the deck. Unfortunately,
he is now.
Well,
kind of
a picture of him, anyways. All right, and then his nemesis, Butler. He's a minion. Scheme of 2, attack of 1, 3 health. He's a scientist. When Butler schemes, place that threat on involuntary procedures, if able. And as a boost, you are confused.
Speaking of involuntary procedures, that is the side scheme. So Butler seeks to cure his sister's cancer using Deadpool's regenerative abilities. As a force response, after Deadpool takes any amount of damage, place 1 threat here. Then if there's 10 or more threat here, remove this card from the game. Okay, that's interesting. So it is a 6 threat on there. And hazard. It's got a hazard symbol, but
all right.
That was interesting.
All right, then we have an attachment here. Tabula Rasa 16. Attach your identity. Treat your identity's printed text box as blank, except for traits. Alter ego. Spend 2 mental resources. Discard this card. Boost. Attach it to your identity. Butler used this drug to erase Deadpool's memory of Butler's medical experiments.
The Butler did it.
So I never read any Deadpool comics with Butler, but it's got kind of a Mr. Freeze kind of vibe, only with his sister instead of his wife.
Yeah. All right, and then so to finish off his Nemesis pack here, it's got Mutated Soldier. There's 2 copies of this minion. It schemes for 1 and attacks for 2. It's Mutate Soldier, or the keywords, it's got 5 health. Comes in with toughness, and as a force response, after it activates, heal all damage from it. So basically, it feels like another copy of the Rhino card. Yeah, 2 of them. Oh, and so Butler funded his research by developing super soldiers for foreign governments.
All right, and now we have a treachery that according to the article, if you include even a single pool card, this card gets shuffled in the encounter deck. When revealed, reveal the set-aside Dreadpool minion and Dreadful Deeds side scheme. Shuffle the rest of the set-aside Dreadpool encounter set into the encounter deck. Remove this card from the game. So this is like the Shadows of the Past to bring in the Dreadpool cards.
Okay, and here we have Dreadpool. He schemes for 2, attacks for 2. He's an elite assassin. He engages the first player. When defeated, he's got 3 health. When defeated, deal Dreadpool to the player who defeated him as a face-down encounter card. He always comes back. What I do for the cause, but I still feel bad about it, usually.
All right, and then Dreadpool's side scheme is Dreadful Deeds. Dreadpool believes that the only way to end his suffering is to kill every being in all of the multiverse. Well, that's one way to do it, I guess. When revealed, place 2 threat here for each player who controls 1 or more pool pink cards. And it's got an amplify, and it's got 2 threat.
Okay. Then we have the anti-regeneration ray. It's an attachment. It's a weapon that's attached to Dreadpool. Otherwise, you attach it to the villain. Gives him +1 attack, and as a forced interrupt, when the attached character attacks a non-villain character, treat the attacked character's text box as if it were blank, except for traits, until the end of the attack. So he can nullify Deadpool's ability to regenerate. And then as a hero action, you can spend 1 of each of the basic resources to attach this card to your identity. Okay, so you take it from him.
All right. Oops. We have 2 copies of Poolized. Treat attached ally as a pool minion with a blank text box. Attached minion scheme is equal to its printed thwart and does not take consequential damage. Attach the ally with the highest cost without a Poolized attachment. Otherwise, this card gains Surge.
Okay. And then a treachery card here, Metacidal Tendencies. So when revealed, you deal 2 damage to each Deadpool core character. 3 damage instead if Dreadpool is in play. If no damage was dealt this way, place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme. Okay.
Then we've got the stop card with some editing here. So the remaining cards are not part of the Deadpool pre-built deck. The player cards before this divider composes the greatest deck ever conceived. This is a checklist. There is a checklist on the reverse side of this card for your reference. The cards after this can be used when building your own custom player decks. The rules for deck customization can be found in Appendix 1 of the rules reference. As if you can possibly improve on my deck. We've got some here too. Dreadpool's greatest hits. So Cable says Bestie. Chimichanga Truck.
Nom nom.
Nom nom.
Cool in the pool.
Cool in the pool. My crew. So his allies is his crew. Get Good.
AKA Get Gouda.
Get Gouda. Butler. Hate this guy. Dreadpool.
Loser. All right. And here's the card I've been waiting for now. Bob. Agent of Hydra. I've been waiting for him to come into the game since I found out Deadpool is going to be here. It's a 2-cost ally. Thwarts for 1, attacks for 1. He's a Hydra ally, a cost 2. But as a response, after Bob, Agent of Hydra, enters play, deal 2 damage to an enemy or remove 1 threat from a scheme. And he comes with an acceleration token.
All right. Then we've got Negasonic Teenage Warhead, cost 4. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 4 hit points, Psionic X-Force, interrupt. When a treachery is revealed, deal 2 damage to Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Cancel that treachery's when revealed effects, and it's got a hazard. So I'm guessing this is a character from the Deadpool movies.
Well, she's from the comics too.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's the one. She's the girl with the shaved head from the
movies.
From the movies.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that. Hi, Wayne. She's probably not in here though.
All right. Then we have what might be the cutest card in the game so far. Panda Pool! It's a 4-cost ally. Oh, wow, he's expensive. 0 thwart, 3 attack as part of the Deadpool core. He's got toughness, and then he comes with hazard icon. Let's see what's black and white and red all over.
Okay. Then we have Break Time. It's costs 3 per player, and it's Alliance, so that means everyone can contribute. Max 1 per deck. Alter Ego action. Take a group break. Leave the table. Read a comic book. When you come back to the game, heal 1 damage for each identity for every minute you were away from the game.
So here's the question: how many people are going to actually walk away from the game for several minutes, or just say, "Yeah, we did it"?
Yeah, I've already seen on the Facebook group people talking about this card. So.
I'm going to make our group do that. You know that, right?
Yes. So we can go get a soda or something.
We'll pause it so you don't have to watch that whole thing. All right, so now we have
elevator music playing while we're gone.
Let's see we can play Negasonic Teenage Warhead, the song that she's named after. Let's see, we've got Get in Front of Me. Oh, it's his version of Get Behind Me. It's a 1-cost event. As a hero interrupt, when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effect. The villain attacks you instead. And then if an ally or another hero defends this attack, draw 1 card. Ooh, I like that. Max 1 per deck.
All right. Then we got 3 copies of a 3-cost event called Mulligan. And it says, you cannot play this card if you have played another card this phase. Action, discard your hand and draw a new hand. Draw up to your hand size. This hand could be so much better. So you get the mulligan during the middle of the game.
You know she's got a hand size of 6 there. Look at the fingers, count them.
Well, yeah, because it's alter ego, right? Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Okay, see, they're already trying to prove me wrong. I think this guy might actually be cuter than the panda. The Deadpool core ship, and it's a ship too. It's a support. It's a 1-cost support. It's a vehicle. Exhaust the Deadpool core ship and deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Put a pool ally into play from your hand. The specialty serves as the Deadpool core mobile base of operations. Oh, spaceship. Yeah. So, can you see Star-Lord with that?
Yeah. Star-Lord pool. I mean, that's what he needs, is more encounter cards, right?
Yes.
All right. Plot convenience. 2-cost support. Exhaust plot convenience and choose. Attach 1 aspect card from your hand face down here to a maximum of 3. Attach 1 card. Add 1 card attached face down here to your hand. Any player may trigger this ability. Oh, interesting. So we could share cards.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Shawarma.
Or you get Voltron with different aspects.
Yeah, you could. Okay, so now we have a 1-cost upgrade here. It's Ambush. There's 3 copies of this in the game, or in the pack. It's a tactic. It's attached to a side scheme, max 1 per side scheme. As an interrupt, when the attached side scheme is defeated, discard a non-elite minion. But it comes with the crisis icon.
All right, we have 2 copies of Bazooka, which is a 2-cost upgrade, weapon, restricted, max 2 per deck, hero action, attack. Discard Bazooka. That stinks. I don't like when you have to discard them. Deal 1 damage to an enemy for each icon in play, and it gains range. So, that's good. No retaliate.
Okay, this one is kind of interesting here. It's a 0-cost upgrade called Blackout. There's 1 copy of this, but it is a metagame card. So, as a hero action, you spend 1 resource of any type. You move 1 threat from a scheme to an empty space above that matches the spent resource. If all spaces are filled, discard this card and confuse the villain. I like this one.
And they look like the hazard tokens.
Yep.
You know, that shape and size. So that makes sense. All right. Then we got 3 copies of a 0-cost upgrade, Distraction. Attached to a non-elite minion. Max 1 per minion. Attached minion cannot activate. And it's got a crisis.
Okay. And, of course, laser swords, because you gotta have laser swords. It's a 3-cost upgrade. It's a weapon. Counts as 2 restricted. Oh, wow. Counts as 2 restricted cards, max 1 per deck. Your hero gets 1 attack, plus 1 attack for each symbol of the negative symbols in play for a maximum of 4. So with the side scheme out, it gets all 4 of them. Kidpool.
Then we have another metagame card, Rock, Paper, Scissors. 1 cost upgrade. Exhaust this card, choose 1 card in your hand, and discard the top card of your deck. Using the diagram above, if a printed resource on the chosen card beats, i.e. points to, a printed resource on the discarded card, add the discarded card to your hand. Okay, so wild beats everything, of course, but strength beats energy, energy beats mental, and mental beats strength.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. What if they match? Say?
This is beats, so it'd have to beat.
Oh, you have to beat it. Okay. I was thinking Psylocke, maybe I'm Domino, but maybe not quite. Okay, here we've got another metagame card. It is Tic-Tac-Toe. He likes his metagames. So 0 cost upgrade as a hero action. Spend a resource of any type. Move 1 damage from a character to an empty space above, matching the spent resource. If there are 3 damage tokens in a line, deal all damage on this card to an enemy and discard this card. Ooh, I like that. An enemy, so it doesn't have to be the villain. So you can hit one of the big minions or whatever.
Oh, so you could also split it so you can try to get as much damage as possible.
Yep.
So you can get up to like 7 damage. Because you could have 2 energy, 2 mental, and like 3 strength or something. 1 cost upgrade, War. It's another metagame card.
What is it good for?
Exhaust War. Well, let's find out. Exhaust War. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take 1 damage for each icon, boost, and star in the boost area of that card. Discard the top card of your deck. Deal damage to an enemy equal to that card's cost.
Oh, you got to be careful because there's a lot of 0 cost cards in here, though.
Discard the top. Okay, so you just then deal. Okay, interesting. All right, that's probably my least favorite of the metagame cards, but hey, so that's Deadpool. Definitely looking forward to trying it out with the new pool aspect. So that's fun. Any thoughts, Dirk, before we sign off?
No, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that plays in with like Spider-Woman and Adam Warlock. I'm kind of looking for that.
Yeah, that would be because Spider-Woman you'd have to have equal cards for the pool aspect and 1 other, and then of course Adam Warlock you can only have 1 copy of each non-Adam Warlock card. So, and you would still pick.
Yeah, but a lot of those cards you can only have 1 copy anyways.
Right.
So I mean, you get some value out of that. That's kind of what maybe made that click to me is the fact that there's so many of those that are really good cards, but you're limited to 1 per deck. Well, there you go. There's a deck that works in really well.
All right. So Dirk and I were going to try out these starter decks. We always like to play the starter decks before we start deck building. And we'll take turns, like one of us will be X23 and the other Deadpool, and then we'll switch. So we'll be recording those. And yeah. So, until next time, I'm Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
Please like and subscribe.